everybody. Welcome to Storytime. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. Today I have a beautiful Christmas story. Are you all ready? My name is Shamala and I am a passionate storyteller. Today's story is called Don't Forget Santa. So there was this boy named Peter. He was a loving child. He adored his parents. Peter loved all his friends. He shared his toys with everybody in the neighborhood. He even shared his food at school. He was loved by one and all. But there was one thing about Peter. You know what was that? He was very forgetful. Whatever his mother says, he would forget to do. Even when he was a small boy, his mother would say, okay, finish brushing the teeth, turn off the tap and come. He would forget and the water would get wasted. Then his mom would come and ask, didn't you turn off the tap? Oh, Mama, I forgot. I'm so sorry, he would say. Then she would tell him, you must submit your English homework to your teacher. Would Peter do it? Of course not. He would forget that also. Now Peter grew up. He is now 12 years old. Is he still being forgetful? Yes. His mother was very worried. Whatever she tells him to do, he forgets. She sends him to the shop to buy 3 different items. He buys only one and comes back. What about the other 2? Oh, Mama, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Like this he kept doing. Now it was Christmas time. Christmas was fast approaching. Just 2 more days left. And what was Peter doing? He was very busy making a big list for Santa. He wanted all those gifts to come his way. He was busy making the list, hanging a new pair of stockings outside his room. Everything was ready. His mom was quietly looking at it. He had a big list. CD1, CD2, Xbox, PS4, lots and lots of video games, books to read, and then stationery that he wants in school. The list went on and on and on. His mother came and told Peter, Peter, look here, if you're giving such a big list, Santa would also forget, just like how you are forgetful. But Peter said, no, Santa never forgets. He buys all the gifts for me. Every year he's been doing that. Don't you say that, Mama, said Peter. He continued to write down the entire list. He kept it ready. The next day was Christmas. He woke up early in the morning. He came rushing to the stocking and checked. There were no gifts there. He ran downstairs to the Christmas tree and checked down below it. No gifts there either. Peter felt like crying. There was one small note from Santa though, and it said, I am so sorry, Peter. I forgot to get your gifts. It was signed Santa. That's it. Peter wept bitterly. His mother said, don't you worry, Peter. This is how it feels to me also. All these years, you have been so forgetful. Whatever I asked you to do, you never did them. Do you see? This is how you and I would have felt. But it's okay. Let's see. Maybe Santa will give you more gifts in the afternoon or evening. You know, we are going for lunch to Grandpa's place. There is a Christmas tree there. Maybe you will get some gifts there, said the mother. Peter did not believe her, but he was very sad. How come Santa did not give him any gifts this Christmas? Then the mother and father coaxed him, made him shower and wear new clothes. They greeted everybody in the neighborhood. They had a wonderful Christmas breakfast at home. After that, they drove down to Peter's grandfather's home. It was always a custom that on the day of Christmas, they visit the grandparents and have lunch there. So Peter and his parents went to the grandfather's house. Peter was very depressed. He hung his head down because he knew what his grandfather would ask him. All these years, grandfather's first question was, Peter, did you get all the gifts from Santa? The same thing he asked this time also. Peter felt so sad. I did not get any gift, grandfather. It was just a note saying, Santa forgot. Grandfather and the mother giggled at each other. They didn't say anything to Peter. Peter entered the living room. There was this gorgeous Christmas tree. It was decorated so beautifully, and under that were lots and lots of gifts. So Peter's mother said, Peter, go and check if you have any gifts. Quickly he went and checked. All that he had asked were there. Peter's joy knew no bounds. He came and hugged his grandparents, and after that his mother, then his father, and thanked everybody and Santa. He was so happy he got all his gifts. There was also a note from Santa, and it read, Peter, from today onwards, you should not forget anything. Whatever you're supposed to do at school or at home, you must do them. Do not ever forget. If you want to express your thanks to me, one way to do this is by not being forgetful and do whatever is needed of you. That's what Santa had written. Peter was so happy. He promised his mother and father that he would never be forgetful from then on. He would do all that he's supposed to do on time. The parents were very happy. They had a lovely lunch in the grandparents' house and headed back home. Peter was so happy, he showed his gifts to all his friends in the neighborhood. That's the end of today's story. Don't forget Santa. Did you all like it? If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shyam's Storytime. You will have access to many stories. My name is Shyamala and I'm a passionate storyteller. I will see you soon in my next stories. Till then, wish you all a Merry Christmas. Bye.